I want to replay so that I'm locked in on my response here. I want to replay this exchange between Dave Portnoy and Shannon Sharpe as they talk about me. Play the clip again.
But you also, like, Jason Whitlock came for you. So how do you feel about?
He's a clown. Jason Whitlock's a clown. Jason Whitlock is on the record as being, I love Dave Portnoy. Dave Portnoy is the best. He's this. Jason Whitlock is a click-chasing clown.
Oh, really? You don't say.
Yeah, he's out there calling that girl, what do you say, big, like, butter, sugar, skin, big...
peanut butter skin,
yeah.
with that rack.
In the next sentence, he said that. Like, what are you talking about?
Have you ever met him?
Never. You know what? He knows my name. He's gotten me a couple times, to his credit, but he's just fishing. He's taking his little pole. He's like, maybe he'll bite and I'll get some clicks.
Right.
I try to ignore it. I tell people, actually, don't send me bad stuff about me because I have a hard time ignoring it. I don't even want to know it exists.
But you do realize that when you respond to people that take shots at you, you're giving them content. They're lazy because they can't create 100%. Content on their own. So let me hope he can feed me.
Yeah, and my Achilles heel is I don't give a f. It's like I know I'm being played here. I know he's getting clicks, but f this guy. I mean, he's a clown.
So I'm shocked that, one, they pushed this out there as a clip and to make the video go viral or whatever, and I'm a click-chasing clown. And again, I know that's Portnoy saying that, and Club Shay Shay, Shannon's team, click-chasing or whatever, promote him taking a shot at me. There's no substance to what's being said here about me, a click-chasing clown. And again, it's not that I'm above criticism, but like if you're going to criticize me, there's some substantive things you could criticize about me. You could say, again, and I would respect this criticism. I would disagree with it and just say I have a different set of values. But if Dave Portnoy wanted to say, like, Jason Whitlock, he doesn't have the same business values or the same business acumen or commitment to making money that I have. If Dave Portnoy wanted to, and I'd be, he's 1,000% right. I have a different set of values and a different goal and end game than Dave Portnoy. Dave Portnoy is totally driven by the desire to be rich and famous. That is not my total desire. I'm like most people. I want to live comfortably. I want to make money. I'm in this business where, getting attention is good. But I'm just not driven by that. And I'm driven by a desire to be authentic at all times. And when I watched this clip, what I saw was a lack of authenticity. And I saw two guys, particularly Portnoy, trying to sound tough. And, Jason Whitlock's a clickbaiting clown. Look, I'm going to stand up to Whitlock. And what I'm going to say is going to go viral, me calling him a clickbaiting clown. And he's clearly frustrated by me. But it's the lack of authenticity that is most telling here. Why not address this head on? Why not, why not Shannon just say, hey, man, I got a real problem with Jason Whitlock. He's been critical of me. Dave, I've seen he's been critical of you as well. Do you know, what's your thoughts on Jason Whitlock and guys like him that, and this is what Shannon believes, this is not true, but what Shannon should have said is, I think Jason is jealous of my success at Club Shay Shay. I think he thinks that athletes shouldn't be in the same lane and having success in the media space when Jason Whitlock went to school for journalism, never played professional sports, and he's bothered that someone like myself is having this kind of success in his lane. Keep it real. That's a legitimate comment thought. It's inaccurate, but it's a reflection of what Shannon actually thinks. Shannon thinks I'm jealous of him. Shannon thinks that I'm bothered that he's a former professional athlete and he's having all of this legacy media and podcast media success, and he thinks I'm jealous of it. Just say that. Just say that would be authentic. And then Dave Portnoy could have come in and said, yeah, that guy, if he wasn't such an idiot, he could have been making so much money. He could have been doing this or that at ESPN and Fox Sports, but he's such an idiot and he's so stubborn and so stupid, if he wanted to say that, you know, he hasn't built a Barstool Sports. He doesn't have a club show. They could have had that conversation. That would have been authentic. But they're not authentic. And that's my problem with them. And Portnoy makes the same, Jason's on the record where he says I'm the best. And I have praised Dave Portnoy from time to time, and I back away from none of that. I have respect for Dave Portnoy's fearlessness in terms of building Barstool, dealing with all the criticism and backlash that he dealt with, for going against the politically correct crowd, for thumbing his nose at the establishment media, and for staying somewhat authentic to the shtick, the role that he plays. I have respect for that and have said that. I also think the guy's a sexual degenerate. I also think that the guy has this attraction to really young women that has gotten him into some trouble. I think he's defended Joy Taylor and other things that swerve into sexual immorality because that sexual immorality is important to his identity. And so I've said that. I think that Dave Portnoy has no foundational base. There's no set of values that he's really committed to other than the pursuit of money and the pursuit of sexual pleasure. And so that's why Dave Portnoy will one day jump on and say he hates Donald Trump, and how dare he put a Supreme Court in that overturns Roe v. Wade. And so now I got to walk away and the Republicans have gone too far. He's on video saying this stuff. And it's like, well, hold on, why is he so upset about the overturn of Roe v. Wade? Because he's a sexual degenerate that likes to use money and possibly has paid women to abort babies. And he doesn't want anything impeding that. That's a value he respects. Child murder is a value that Dave Portnoy respects. And I'm going to go one step further here and potentially get myself into trouble. But Dave Portnoy and I, we have never met. I called Dave Portnoy one time years ago. I think it was when they did something at ESPN, the Barstool Vans, they did some show with ESPN, and it only lasted one day. And then they got booted off ESPN. And I reached out to Dave Portnoy, and this is when I was at Speak for Yourself, and I was like, hey, man, would love to have you and your guys on Speak for Yourself if you're looking for an outlet to be on corporate TV or whatever. Reached out to him, and Dave Portnoy talked to me like, I can't believe you're wasting my time calling me. He talked to me in a very condescending, dismissive way. And this is the first time I've ever said anything about it, because people have a right to be condescending and dismissive and cold if they want to. They have that right. I wasn't terribly offended, but it was noted. And it was noted like, well, damn, I'm just calling up, being friendly, making a proposition to the guy. And he was cold and dismissive to me. No problem. But I have been treated that way by a certain demographic, belongs to a certain tribe before. I've that level of condescension and treatment. There is a demographic that doesn't like me, doesn't like the way I represent myself as a black man. And they get condescending and dismissive of me. And I'm not trying to generalize. I'm not trying to blame all people in this demographic, in this tribe. I'm just telling you what I have experienced. That there's something about me and my values that I adhere to as a, and I'm sorry for doing this, but as a black man, that this certain demographic, this certain tribe, a Jewish tribe, there's a way they respond to me that I've been dealt with. I can't say it's all of them because it's not. But there is a pattern. I'm not a fake tough guy. And the reason I say that is because I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm 58 years old. But if you want to get in a verbal war, a substantive war with me back and forth about who we are and what level of comfort we have with who we actually are, that's a battle you cannot win, Shannon. You are best taking your advice and leaving me alone. I know way too much, and I'm so comfortable with myself, all of my flaws, that you just going toe-to-toe with me verbally would be a mistake. You would lose badly. The same way Dave Portnoy would lose. You're not authentic. I'm standing on a foundation of truth and a biblical worldview. And I'm transparent about myself. There's nothing about me that you can reveal that I won't cop to or haven't already copped to. Can you say the same? Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.